Hi everyone, welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. I'm here on Sunday morning. I just got home from a very fun trip to Phoenix, Arizona with my friend Liz. Hello from Liz Matthews. We took a little crafty girls trip to visit the Attic Needlework in Mesa, Arizona, and it was amazing. And I thought, let me just sit down right now while it's all still fresh and tell you about the trip, show you all of the haul. I've got this much stuff to show you guys, and I thought rather than waiting until next week's FlossTube episode and making that video just way too long, let me just sit down and do a little video. I'm saying little, hopefully this is like under 30 minutes, I don't know, and talk to you guys about the trip, where we stayed, what we did, and most importantly what we bought. I am in our matching PJs. If you follow us on Instagram, we were posting so many stories about what we got up to, and I brought a couple little gifties for Liz, and of course she brought some things for me, and I went with kind of a PJ party, I don't know, a PJ party vibe, and so I got us these matching pajama sets, and they're just from Target. I think it's called Stars Above. Oh, I should have looked at it. You know, why am I trying to like undress myself to look at it on screen? I can look at my receipt from Target and tell you what they are. Anyways, maybe I'll just link them down below. They're super, super comfy pajamas. The shorts are a little short, just in case you want to know, because we both put ours on and they're like a little bit like booty shorts, but it's okay. They're so comfortable. And we just like lived in them in the evenings on our trip, and it was so much fun to be in our matching PJs. So I put mine on for this video. And then I also made Liz and I some friendship bracelets that say our names, and it says The Attic, and this one's just a little flower. I was very inspired by the Taylor Swift Eras Tour friendship bracelet trend, and I watched a couple of videos on YouTube and then made some maybe not the best quality bracelets, but it's okay. We had our little matching friendship bracelets. And it was so fun. Liz gifted me some amazing burger cookies, B-E-R-G-E-R, burger, that I guess are well known in Baltimore. It's like a Baltimore thing. I finally tried one last night and they are so good. So good. Thank you, Liz. And she also gave me these amazing kind of rainbow holographic, they're not glass, but they're like the heavy duty, they look like glass, plastic, acrylic maybe, but they'll be really good for the pool. So thank you, Liz. Okay, so the trip. Several months ago, we were talking about wanting to take a vacation together where neither of us was working, mostly Liz, because when I've hung out with Liz other times, it's been when she's teaching at a retreat or at market when she's so busy selling all of her new designs. And we wanted to just like go on a girls trip vacation where we could just relax, shop, stitch, chat, and just hang out. And we thought about where should we go? What should we do? And we wanted to go somewhere hot and sunny with a pool, and we wanted to be able to shop. And so we had never been to the Attic Needlework store, and it was on our bucket list of cross-stitch stores that we both really wanted to shop at, and we did it. Phoenix has a really big airport, so I am gonna guess if you're near any kind of medium to large size city, you're gonna have a direct flight to Phoenix. We both did. So it was super cheap and easy on Southwest to just zoom on over to Phoenix. We got a really good hotel actually that I wanted to tell you guys about. So we stayed at a place called the Sheraton Desert Oasis, and it's a Marriott vacation club. So I think people, maybe it's kind of like a timeshare. I didn't look into it that much, but I know there's like owners and then there's guests. So they also rent rooms like it's a hotel, but you can also kind of like own rooms, I think through some sort of like timeshare or vacation club type program. Either way, we just rented the room like it was a hotel room. And so the individual rooms are suites, which are awesome. It's like, you know, a king size bed, bathroom, living room, and a full kitchen. full kitchen. And some of them have washer and dryer. And so I booked for Liz and I a 2-bedroom suite that came with our own king size bedroom, bathroom. But what we didn't realize is technically we had our own living rooms and kitchens. Liz's side had a full washer and dryer, and then my side was slightly smaller, but our doors opened up in the middle to each other, so we just left those open. So it was just like one big room that we each had our own space, but like obviously could just sit there and hang out with each other whenever we wanted. We had balconies. Actually, I did a little room tour, so hopefully I'm putting that in to show you guys. I highly recommend this for a girls trip. We paid around $250 a night, which for like what had to be like 1,200 square feet and 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, kitchen, laundry. Like, I don't really think you can do much better. It was in a gorgeous area, not very close to the attic. It was about 30 minutes from the attic, but we stayed way up in North Scottsdale, near the mountains, and the resort was beautiful. The area was beautiful. We loved the location, and I would definitely stay there again. So if you are also now thinking about planning a girls trip, I'm gonna highly recommend this hotel. Let's see. Okay, so we flew in on a Wednesday afternoon, and we went to Target and decided to get snacks for our room because we knew that they would have some sort of little kitchen. We went way too hard at Target. We were only there 3 nights, and we bought snacks for like a week-long trip where both of our husbands were with us. So that was step 1. We needed the room snacks, the drinks, and then we just kind of hung out and stitched and caught up with each other on Wednesday night. And then Thursday morning, we went to the attic. So all of the employees get there around 10, and they are not normally open to the public on Thursday, but if you are coming in from out of town and you'll only be there maybe when the shop's not open, you can definitely email them and arrange private shopping. So that's what we did. We emailed, I can't remember, I'll put their email address on the screen, but we emailed them and said, hey, this is our plan. We're coming in. Would there be any way we could shop on Thursday? And yeah, they said yes. So we showed up on Thursday. We shopped for 3 hours. And just had, I mean, we just walked around with like our eyes wide, our mouth open. If you're somebody who loves samplers, then of course you already know that you need to go to the attic. But I was also impressed at just all the cross stitch stuff. It's not just samplers. I would say that maybe 80% of their models, maybe 75% of the models are samplers, but they have everything. They have everything a big cross stitch store has, and it is a huge cross stitch store. So many threads, so many different brands of threads, silks, of course, every designer you can think of, all of the notions, all of the accessories, kits, thread packs, like fabric, just yards and yards and yards of fabric. And they had just had summer school. So Liz and I were like, ooh, I wonder if they'll have much fabric. So much fabric. So that was our shopping. Okay, and then at the end of, like, we were standing at the checkout desk, chit-chatting, paying, getting ready to leave, and there's a restaurant a couple doors down from the attic called Intentional Foods, and the owner came down and asked if anyone wanted a free lunch because they were filming some promo materials in their restaurant and they wanted it to look a little bit fuller. And so Liz and I were like, sure. We were just about to leave for lunch, so we ran down there and had a delicious lunch. So if you're shopping at the attic, go 2 doors down for lunch at Intentional Foods, because honestly, it was like all organic. They focus on allergen-free foods. They have, I think, children with some severe allergies, and so they kind of developed this restaurant based on the way they cook, and it's delicious, delicious, delicious food. So we did that. And then we went and found a quilt store. We went to 35th Street Sew and Back, I think is what it's called. There's 3 locations, and we went to what the employees called the medium-sized one, just because it was close to the attic-ish. I think it was like 10 minutes away, and found a couple of fun things there. And then I think that's when we went back to the hotel to go do a little bit of swimming and hanging out by the pool. And then we had dinner plans on Thursday night with actually my cousin and her husband. They live just like 10 minutes away from our hotel we were staying. So I went and got to catch up with my cousin. And yeah, that was our Thursday. So on Friday, we got up and we went to Tempe Yarn. We had planned to do that on Thursday, but we didn't realize they closed at 2 p.m., so we didn't quite make it. So we went to Tempe Yarn and I turned Liz into a knitter. She asked, I didn't force it. She was like, if I get something, will you show me? And I was like, 100%. So we did that. We went and got lunch and then we went back to the room and for a couple of hours sat on the couch, and Liz used to know how to knit. She used to knit like 20 years ago, she said. And so I just reminded her, showed her how to cast on again, showed her how to do her knit and purls, got her started on her scarf, and it was great. And so then Friday evening, we had a meet and greet. And so when Jean heard that we were coming, we emailed to tell her, like, this is when we're coming and this is when we want to shop. She asked if we would do a meet and greet on Friday evening. And we were so honored and said, of course. And so that was from 4 to 7 p.m. on Friday night. And I think Jean told us there were about 30 people who had RSVP'd. So I think that's about how many were in the store on Friday evening. And it was so much fun to just really have a lot of one-on-one time with everybody when it's kind of a smaller group like that. It was so good. We just walked around, chit-chatted, ate good snacks and food, shopped some more. I bought more and saw what everybody was working on. Jean had asked anybody coming if they had a Liz Matthews piece they had already stitched or one they were currently working on to bring it, and she would enter them into a raffle. And I feel like every single person there brought something Liz Matthews, which was so much fun to see. And several people brought project bags to show me that they had made with my tutorial, which is just like the most exciting thing, is when people show me things that they make because of me. Like, I love that. It was wonderful to meet all of you lovely ladies who came out to see us. We so appreciate it. We had the best time. And then after the event on Friday night, Jean and her staff kindly took us out to dinner at Macayo's, which was a Mexican restaurant just around the corner, which was beautiful, delicious. We were the loud table. We were laughing it up, chatting nonstop. It was just the best dinner. Thank you again, Jean, for doing that for us and welcoming us so warmly. I know you were appreciative of us coming. We were appreciative, why can't I say that word, of you and your staff and your store and just everything you guys have to offer. And it was the best. And if you have not been to the Attic, go to the Attic. Okay, and then what else? Okay, so Saturday, yesterday, we woke up. We had to check out of our hotel at 10. So we sat on the couch and stitched until we needed to leave. And we got to the airport, a few hours early because our flights weren't until 2. But we got to hang out together. We were both on Southwest and our gates were literally C6 and C7. So we just went to the airport together, went through security, found a place to get lunch, and then just sat at the gates and chit-chatted and reminisced and tried not to be sad that our weekend was over. But yeah, and so then I got home last night and now it's Sunday morning. I feel like, I don't even know. I went through that so quick. I did take video in the attic to do like a little bit of a shop tour. I think I'll put that at the end of the video. So that way, if you've been to the attic and, especially if you were one of the ladies who came to meet us, you know what the store looks like. But I wanted to do a little shop tour. So I think I'll leave that at the end of the video. But first, let me just show you everything I bought at the attic. Just found my receipt and remembered how much I spent. It was a lot. That was like one of the common comments from people who were like, have been to the attic, who were like, oh, you're gonna have so much fun. They're like, bring lots of spending money. And I was like, don't worry, I will. Oh, I got a couple of little gifties. They're right here on top. So this one is from the Woodpecker's Daughter, and it is one of those little thread beds that snaps and folds up, and it is beautifully made. And I love this fabric. Lovely, thank you. And then Mrs. Flossie, Amy, she's such a delight. I got to meet her at market and then got to hang out with her again on Friday in Phoenix, and I love her. And she brought us these super cute little strawberry pin cushions and then some floss drops. So thank you, Amy. This, I think, was my Friday night haul. So during the meet and greet while I was walking around, I of course found more things that I needed to buy. Oh, and one of the things, okay, so when we were there on Thursday, Jean was showing us around and where everything was, and we were looking at like the needlework press section, and we saw this chart that Liz and I had never seen called Garlands of Joy, and we loved it. They had it as a model, but there weren't actually any charts in stock, and so I'm pretty sure Vicki Jeanette from Needlework Press had been in the store on Friday at some point to drop stuff off, so she brought some more of the charts, and so Liz and I picked them up. So this is Garlands of Joy by Needlework Press. Isn't that pretty? I think this is just an original, right? I don't know if it's based on anything. I haven't opened it up to look at it, but it's just a really pretty Christmas piece. So Garlands of Joy. And then I wanted something with the Attic's name on it. So let me see, I'll put something behind it. So I got their little clear zipper project bag, because who can't ever, you know, who doesn't need a project bag? So I got their project bag, and then I got a couple of pieces of fabric. This is 40 count fat quarter of Forbidden Fiber praline. So that's what that looks like. And then I got a piece of Legacy 38 count Wayfarer's Cloak. And this is just a little, it's a 14 by 9. So it's like a kind of a remnant, I guess. And Vashti, who works at the Attic, who was working at the cutting counter Friday night, she was telling me that her kind of like favorite way to like show people, I think it's for herself, like the way she picks out linen. But she was telling me, because I don't really have like a super close LNS, they're an hour or so away, so I don't always get to go shop in person for linen. But she was like, if you find a color, like a solid color from a company like Legacy or Zweigert or somebody that you know you like, I can send you pictures of the linen we have at the Attic, like the overdyed, hand-dyed linen, next to a piece of the solid dyes that don't change. So you kind of know what the color looks like based on a linen you already know you like, if that makes sense. It was a really excellent idea. And she told me that she does this with this piece of linen, Wayfarer's Cloak by Legacy. This is a solid dye, so it looks the same no matter where you buy it. And they only had this one little piece left. And I was like, well, I want to try this linen now that you've been talking about how it's your favorite color. And it's really pretty. It's really thick feeling. It feels a lot thicker than like a Zweigert base, which is really interesting. And it definitely looks tiny, like a 40 count, but it's marked 38. So we'll see. I just had to get a little piece of that. Okay. And so I guess, I don't know what happened. I think I'm missing a chart. I might have to call the Attic, because I had bought an October House Fiber Arts chart on Thursday that I think I accidentally left on the counter. And I think somebody had told me they put it in this bag, but I did not see it. So I'm gonna have to dig through this bag and see if it's in there. So this was kind of just the Friday night extras that I needed. Oh no, I'm dropping everything. I'm doing this at my ironing board because if you can see this table behind me, I didn't feel like cleaning this morning. I just was like, let's just get up and film a quick video. So this is covered in stuff from when I was packing, and then some boxes, like that quarter shop sent me some stuff while I was gone. So excuse the mess, focus on the haul. I think I've successfully gotten out all the cross stitch haul, and then I have some quilting and yarn at the end. Okay, so, oh, I don't know where to start. I bought so much random stuff. I bought thread drops because I ran out on my stocking and I needed, these are, you know, just the plain old Access Commodities thread drops, which I shouldn't have even bought them because then Amy, Mrs. Flossie, gave me some of hers that I could use, but whatever. Who doesn't need a pack of floss drops? And then I got, everything's falling off this ironing board. I got a pack of my favorite 28 Bowens, and I'm saying favorite, but Friday night, one of the lovely ladies at the table that I was sitting talking to, I can't remember your name, but you handed me one of your size 28 peacemakers, and I've been using it the last 24 hours on the piece I've been cross stitching, and I love it. It's a little bit shorter, and I don't know, I really liked it. So I might need to be on the hunt. Maybe hope, does 123 Stitch have peacemakers? Or maybe the Attic does, because you probably got it at the Attic. Anyways, I need to get myself some, but these are my normal. This is what I have been using. So I got a pack of needles, but now I kind of want to get some peacemakers. And okay, I got a ton of charts with no plans. When I'm in a cross stitch shop and I see all the charts and the models and things, and not all these had models, but I don't have any reasoning. Why am I trying to explain my haul? This is just the haul. I got the Sue Hillis Hoop-de-Doo Peppermint Christmas. You may remember last year before Christmas, I stitched one of these Hoop-de-Doo designs. I think it was the plant. Yeah, it was all the plants. It said like feed me or something. I really love these, and I just think that is like the sweetest. I love a pink Christmas. So anyways, I got that one. Then this was a new to me designer, and I loved both of these charts. She had a similar, I think it was like a rabbit, and I got the squirrel. So it is Counting Puddles, Squirrel's Bright Winter Night Ornament. Look how cute he is. I love it. I love the big vintage Christmas bulbs. Love the little squirrel. I just thought it was, and I love it on the dark fabric. I just thought it was super cute. It's all DMC. Oh, and it's a Zweigart blue spruce linen. So super pretty. And I think there was a rabbit too, a rabbit and a squirrel. I don't know if there's any others, but those are the ones they had on display. And it says 2023, yeah, Counting Puddles. So maybe a new to me designer, and I loved it. I spent a lot of time in their little Christmas section at the back of the store, clearly, because these are all these Christmas charts over here. I got a JBW, and I don't know if this is, let me see if this is a newer one. Nope, this is from 2015. It's just one I hadn't seen. So this is called Peace at Christmastide. And I just thought it was a really, really pretty, like kind of candy Christmas, candy colors. And it is a little small chart, but it opens up you know, into a full-size chart. And it's only, let's see, 118 by 161. So just kind of a little small, sweet sampler. Loved that. And I got another JBW. Again, let me see the year on this one, if it says 2022. So this one's just from last year. This one is called Petite Christmas Cottages, and I just love these as little ornaments. So I wanted to do these. I got another Christmas. I'm just like, let me do all the Christmas. This one is from the Scarlet House, and I had never seen this one before. Again, no clue. Oh, 2012. Okay, this is not a new one at all. This is over 10 years old. So this is Scarlet House, Christmastide at Holly House. And of course, they had a model on the wall that sold me completely. It's beautiful. I actually thought this one was like a Brenda Gervais at first. I feel like Brenda Gervais, now that I've looked at it, I went back and looked at the other one. It's really not that similar, but she has like kind of a big brick house with reindeer. But I just love these little holly bushes and all the different brown bricks of the house. Like, I don't know. I just really liked it, so I had to get that one. I got a Stacy Nash chart called Toil and Trouble Pin Keep, because I'm really feeling all the Halloween stitching lately. So yeah, Toil and Trouble. I picked up a new Heart and Hand Tiny Town. I'd say new. Did this one come out last year or this year? I don't remember. But, you know, I try to collect all the Tiny Towns, and I don't remember why I never picked this one up, but I hadn't seen it. So it's the Harvest Tiny Town. Super cute. And then I thought I had another, oh yeah, here's another fall one. I'm like trying to group them kind of. This was another new to me designer. This is also from 2023. It's brand new, and it's Stitches by Ethel, and it's called Meow Oween. And I mean, look, oh, how do I get it without the glare? Look at that little guy, the little black cat. I'm such a sucker for black cat Halloween stuff because, you know, we have our little Diego. So, I mean, I kind of want to start this one like right now for this Halloween. So just DMC and one skein of Classic Colorworks. So I love this. And then this is another fall piece called Pink Barn, and it's by the Artsy Housewife. And I've heard so much about the Artsy Housewife lately on so many floss tubes. I think Lindy Stitches is where I first heard about her because she started carrying her stuff in her store, and it's all so cute. And I hadn't seen this chart and I loved it. The border especially. So it's called Pink Barn. And look at that awesome border. So cool. And I think this one's just DMC. Yeah, just DMC flosses. Easy peasy. And it's 160 by 150. Ooh, that's bigger than I thought it was. It's okay. Look at that border. It's so cool. So, and this one's also 2023, so fairly new. Oh, it's a Christmassy one I forgot about. I did not realize I got so many Christmas things. This is the Wonderful Life Pin Keep Drum by Stacey Nash Designs. And it's the house, and then on the back it says it's a wonderful life. It's beautiful. I've seen a lot of people stitch this, and I meant to pick it up and just never had, so I grabbed that. And then I wanted to get a little like Phoenix, Arizona type cross stitch piece, and I have seen this one before and it's so cute, and Liz and I both decided to grab it and kit it up. So we got Arranging Cacti by Ink Circles. So fun. They had a model on the wall. It was so cute. So let me see. Ooh, is this a 10-yard skein? Fun. I can't tell if these are 10 or 5. Liz helped me out because she decided she wanted to kit it up, and I was like, yes, please. So she grabbed all the flosses for me. It's only a few colors, so look at how pretty this pink is. Isn't that cool? So yeah, I have this, and Liz actually started hers. Oh gosh, am I giving too much away, Liz? I'll have to DM her and ask her if that's okay. Otherwise, I'll edit it out. She might have already posted it, right? It's fine. I think she probably posted it in her stories. Okay, I'm gonna put all these thread actually in this chart so I don't forget what these threads are for, which will inevitably happen. Okay, and then we've got the big sampler I kitted up and some fabric. So the first thing I did was wander through the store and just stare at every single model and just ooh and ah. And I told Liz going in that my goal was to find a sampler that just called my name and had bright, colorful colors included in the sampler. Y'all know I love bright, fun colors, especially reds and pinks. And I wanted, you know, a sampler, and I wanted to do it in silks, and I just wanted those kind of fun colors. And staring at the Scarlet House wall of models, I decided that I really wanted to do the floral motif sampler. So this is the floral motif sampler. And I first saw this when Brenda from Brenda and Laura, Sampler Stitcher, when she stitched it last year, I think maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago at this point. And I just loved it. And for some reason, I just had too many big projects and I just never bought it or kitted it up. But seeing the model in person and then looking at the Attic's silk conversion, I was like, yeah, I need it. I need it. And it's big. It's like 280 something by 220 something. So it's quite large, but that's okay. And actually, I was just watching Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher, her video from maybe a week, I don't know when it came out, a few days ago, something. And she just got this started. And she was actually talking about the prairie grass. So this calls for Seraphim prairie grass, which they had at the Attic, but it was so much darker than this fabric. And I was like, oh, interesting. And so they were telling me that prairie grass lately has just been a little darker and greener than what Tanya had stitched, or the model stitcher had done this on. So they were like, just pick out a kind of golden neutral that you like. And so I did. I picked out Tabby Cat 36 count Just the Ticket. So this is the fabric that I picked. Let me hold it back here so you can kind of see it. It's just like a light golden neutral. And I felt like it kind of matched the vibe of, oh gosh, the glare is so bad right now. of kind of the model. My only hesitation right now is that I didn't realize quite how big the stitch count was. And so I'm kind of thinking, should I stitch it on 40 count to make it a little bit smaller? So I'm probably going to just do the math to see how big it'll be on 36 versus 40 and decide if I want to switch to 40 count. But I don't know. I'm going to guess I'll stick with my 36 count, but I also have a big 40 count stash, so I might change. But this is that Tabby Cat, just the ticket. So pretty. And okay, most importantly, I got their silk conversion. So if you want the threads for what I'm going to use, call or email the Attic. Of course, I'll put all their information down in the description box below, and they have handpicked this palette, so I'm not going to give it away. Call them to get it, order the threads through the Attic. So most of it is Dinky Dyes, and they are so pretty. There's a few other brands in here as well, but oh my gosh. Actually, let me just put the picture up on the screen first. I took a picture of it when I was kitting it up, and it's so beautiful. And then I'll just wave these threads in your face. Look at this lusciousness. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I haven't even stitched with it yet, but this is like my new favorite red. It's called Terracotta by Dinky Dyes. How gorgeous. Let me hold it up against the linen. You can kind of see. Look at that. Oh, all of these reds. This one is Fireside. Oh, I guess I shouldn't give you all the thread names. Sorry. Those are the only two I'll say. But here are the reds. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm very excited, and I might start this one today. I might start it in a month from now. I don't know. It might be sooner rather than later. The silks are just gorgeous. Oh, there's also a couple of Gum Nuts silks, I believe that's they're called. Yeah, Gum Nut yarns, 8 meters of stranded silk. And Carolyn was telling me how beautiful these look stitched up, so I cannot wait. Really excited. There's a few little colors of Gum Nuts. So pretty. So yeah, now I've got this floral motif sampler all ready to go. And then I not randomly, I wanted it. I picked up a Gloriana Schoolhouse Red because they had a bunch of skeins in stock, and this is one of my favorite reds. I have to say one of now because I really love that terracotta color. But I love to do red samplers in Gloriana Schoolhouse Red. So I grabbed a skein of that. And then I grabbed a couple of threads for 56 count fabric because I got some 56 count fabric. Of course I did. I went to the Attic. I'm not even going to blame Jean. She wasn't even there. She had an appointment. I was shopping on my own and decided I might need some 56 count. Actually, here's what sold it. Most of the models, maybe not most, I don't know, Jean, would you say half the models you stitched in the store? And they're like all on 56 count, and they're all tiny and adorable, and I want them all. And she has this little display around the checkout counter of these teeny tiny little pillows stitched on 56 count, and they are amazing, and I want them in my life, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to stitch on 56 count. So I picked up Soie Surfine in the color 2681. Soie Surfine is by Soie de Jay that does like the 103s, and this is the weight of silk you want for 56 count. And then I picked up an over-dyed floss called Tudor Silk by Gloriana, and I got the color Cranberry. So this is just an over-dyed red. So I had options. I have the charts by Stacy Nash. If I can figure out the name, I'll put it up here. That there's these little pin pillows, and I want to do them on 56 count because I want teeny tiny little pillows like what Jean has in her store. So let me show you what 56 count linen I got. This is my little bag of linen here. I got Seraphim 56 count caramel, and I got a fat 1/8 or Stitcher's 1/8. And I mean, It's gorgeous. It's like more of a kind of brown neutral, like tan, and I love it. So I got that. They had one piece of Lakeside 36 count vintage buttercream, and I snapped it up. So pretty. Actually, here, I'll hold up fabrics next to each other so you can kind of see. You can see how much more yellow the vintage buttercream is compared to the caramel. And then I got, this was a little bit of an accident. I meant to ask them to cut it into a fat quarter because there were only fat halves on the table, but oops, I came home with a whole fat half. This is the prettiest fabric in the world. It's called Seraphim October Mist, 36 count. Look at that. It reminds me a lot of the Fiber on a Whim Cypress that Liz Matthews has done a lot of designing with. But it is just the prettiest blue-green. Oh, I'm obsessed. October Mist. So I'm gonna have to find lots of things I want to stitch on this because I have a whole half yard right here. Wow. Okay. That's what I bought at the Attic. Except for one October House Fiber Arts chart. It was a Christmas one, and now I can't think of what it was. I'm gonna have to email Jean and ask her because I think I left that again. I thought they had told me they put it in my bag, but I don't see it anywhere. So anyways, I'll figure that out later. That's the haul, y'all. But except that I have knitting, I have knitting and I have quilting. So let me do that real quick. This video has already gotten longer than I thought it would. Oops, that always happens. Okay, and then we went over to 35th Street Sew and Vac, the 35th Avenue Sew and Vac. Okay. Oh, actually, I remembered to grab one of their business cards just in case anybody else wanted to know. That's the location that we went to on West Ray Road in Chandler. And we both got a fat quarter of cactus fabric because we couldn't help ourselves. Like, guys, we have plenty of cacti in Texas. There's cactus fabric here, but Arizona, I mean, where I live in Texas is not the desert, it's the hill country. The desert starts west of here. Arizona's the desert. So I was like, let's get some cactus fabric. And then I got a few fat quarters. No, I got a few half yards of Lori Holt fabrics from the cookbook collection. So I got these 3 different prints. I talked a little while ago about how I wanted to do that cookbook quilt, chicken salad quilt that uses the cookbook fabric. And I wanted to use a fabric I have, but I thought I would get a few of the cookbook fabrics to add into the mix. So, I mean, I could have gotten these here, but I was there at the quilt store, so I picked these up. And then I got a felted wool pressing mat by the Gypsy Quilter. I have seen these on so many people's channels, so many people use these, and I wanted to try one out. So they had this little 8.5 inch square wool pressing mat. It was only $10, and I thought I want to try it out. So I got a little one, and if I like it, I'll buy the big boy. So that was my quilt store haul. Okay, and then the next day we went over to Tempe Yarn, and we spent honestly probably an hour and a half in that store. It's not huge. I mean, it's bigger than my closest knitting store, so, and it had more variety, which I loved. But I think there's well, I don't know, it might be the biggest one. It was the most highly recommended one to go to in Phoenix, and I loved it, but I felt like it had a great selection. So I wanted to get something kind of like branded with their logo and something useful. So I picked up this little needle gauge. It says Tempe Yarn and Fiber. So cute. I also got this little waterproof vinyl sticker that's like an orange cat holding a ball of yarn that's already on my water bottle. It's so cute. So those are the little accessories. And then I got some yarn. Oh my God. I cannot stop buying hot pink yarn. This is called Bar à Tricot. I'm assuming that's French. This is what the label looks like, Bar à Tricot. And this yarn is called Cognac. It's an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and the color is called Lychee Blossom. And if this isn't my colors, I don't know what is. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm sure it will become a pair of socks or something for me. Then I got a single skein because they only had one skein. If they had had multiple, I would have bought multiple. This is called Less Traveled Yarn. It's the Creosote collection, and it is the color Pumpkin Spice. And it is a DK weight. And this is just the perfect like pumpkin spice fall color. So pretty. This is an 85% superwash merino, 15% Donegal, 230 yards. I am on the hunt for something to do with one skein, or I need to just get online and Google and see if I can find more skeins of this somewhere, because oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I got that, and then I got 2 skeins with a project in mind. I wanted to get some kind of locally dyed or locally made yarn, and I found this brand that they had all over the store called Dylicious Yarns, which is a local to the area dyer, and I got their Desert Tweed Light, and this color is called Martian Sunset, and it really just reminded me of like a desert sunset. And I got 2 skeins. They're gorgeous. It's fingering weight. It's 85% superwash merino, 15% Donegal NEP. I haven't been knitting long enough lately to know what all these words mean, so I don't know what NEP is. I'll have to look that up. But it's fingering weight, 440 yards. I got 2 of these so I can do a shawl pattern. I'll put it up here on the screen. I took a picture of, like, they had a model of it in the store, and it's free on Ravelry, so I already know what I'm gonna make with these. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. I think we did it. That's the end. That's my haul. Parting words. It was the best 3 days ever. It was so much fun to just hang out with Liz on a vacation setting and not when she has to do any work. She's amazing. She's great. I'm so glad I've become friends with her. We had the best time and we cannot wait to do it again. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll put in the attic shop tour right now for you. Bye.